Hey, I'm all bundled up today because we're talking about cold water. Let's talk about what to do about cold water. Now, I know you're probably like, I don't need to hear about cold water. I'm not swimming in the lake right now. I'm not doing the polar dip. Well, I don't know about you. Maybe you are. I'm not. But it's important to talk about cold water because we love the water so much. We're so attracted to water. This is why people want to come out and learn to swim despite the fact that they really feel threatened for their life for it, right? But yet I still want to go because we love the water. And on a crisp, cold winter day with an open blue sky, this big, flat, calm water is very appealing and it's enticing to be near. We know it's not time to go in, but we still like to be near it. So we need to know something about it. I like you to be prepared to know what to expect if you fell in. Falling in is a very real thing. It's a very real possibility. Because the water's surface is flat, it goes out on this horizon, we tend to get closer to the edge than you would if it was a cliff. And when you see water that you really don't want to be in, you probably really should think of it more like a cliff. If you were hiking and you were going up to a cliff, you wouldn't get right up to the edge. But we as humans don't do that. We tend to, because of the way the horizontal effect of it, it looks flat. It's sort of a tease on your brain as if you could keep walking, even though your smarter brain knows that you can't, but you still kind of treat it that way. So falling in is a very real possibility because of this kind of optical illusion. And I also, this really came to me, this idea about falling in and needing to know about it. Um, we used to take our kids to go look at Christmas ships. And all these people are walking out on the dock. And this is not unusual. It's very common kind of activity. It happened in the town that I grew up in too. And you have these beautiful Christmas boats that are decorated, and you're walking along with your wiggly, jumpy kids, and there's lots of people out on the dock. Falling in can happen. All right, so what happens if you fall into cold water? So one of the things to know about is there's this thing called cold water shock. Your body gets a shock. There's this jolt that happens. I mean, and it's logical, right? You're going along, la-di-da-da. You fall into cold water, it's very stimulating for your body. And so it has this take your breath away shock feeling to it. Your muscles kind of seize up. You have this rigid feeling, loss of breath kind of sensation. Now, what I want you to know about this is normal. I'm not saying it feels great. I'm not saying you go around and you want to do it all the time, but I'm saying it's normal. And it's good for you to have fed your brain this is normal. There's not an extra problem going on here. It's not like for everybody else it happens this way and for me it happens this way. There's something wrong with me. No, my body is being normal. It is doing what it is supposed to do, which is to put me on high alert. Something's not right here. I need to be on high, what the heck is going on? So from your best swimmer to your worst swimmer, from your most knowledgeable swimmer to your least knowledgeable swimmer, wherever you want to put yourself on this spectrum, right? This cold water shock is normal. Now, some people who maybe have done it a lot or experienced it a lot, or different people have different thresholds of being in cold. There are people who practice being in cold, right? So they have a different relationship to the shock. So their brain is able to register it a little faster of what's happening. It's recognized in the brain quicker. And so it's not that the total effects go away, but your brain is more practiced on how to deal with it. But it's a very normal thing to have this sensation. And the reason why I want you to know that it is normal is so you don't add on top of the cold water shock that you're at the end. You're drowning. This is drowning. There's nothing you can do, right? Or something like that. Whatever thing that you want to put on top of it. I have cold water shock. Maybe I should panic. No, this is not a good idea. This isn't going to be useful to you. So I want you to just have it in your back pocket that the feeling of shock is normal. Okay. It's terrible. I don't like it. I don't want to be here. And obviously everything happens fast. But really have it in you that this is a normal sensation. It doesn't mean that I am drowning. It doesn't mean that I have drowned. It doesn't mean that I can't come back to control in my body and to do something. Now, it also doesn't mean I'm going to hang out there for a super long time or your body is immune to the cold or anything like that. You do want to be getting out of the water in the same way that if you were at a snowy cabin and for some reason you fell out of the cabin and you were out in the snow in the elements, without having the proper clothing to be prepared for it, you would need to get out of the snow and the elements and come into a place where it can be warmer. Our human bodies aren't meant for that kind of exposure. So, but in order for you to regain that control, to be able to grab onto the top dock, have somebody's hand that reaches out to you to help you out, to be able to engage with that, right? To come back to, hang on, okay, I'm gonna use my swimming. Whatever it is, it's this recognizing, all right, this is normal. I can still do whatever my swimming skill is, whatever that is. It's different, obviously, for everybody. But whatever my thing is, I can still move my arms and legs. I still have some air. I can pop up and get some more air. Okay, now I've got a little more time, even though, the temperature is cold. I don't have tons of time, but you're not going to, in most water, you're not going to literally freeze in the time that one breath lasts you, right? So giving yourself one breath, okay, I have air, I have some time. I'm in shock, but I can now move. Bringing this into reality, bringing yourself in to feeling what is, feeling for that air. We always go back to air. Everything comes back to buoyancy, air, and movement with the underlying piece of presence of mind. So this is what you need in this situation too. Cold water shock, normal, get some air, okay, go. I'm gonna, if you fell in, you're not gonna be too far away from a dock or from whatever you fell from that you're going to then grab on, hang on, and just stop. You can hang on. Okay, I've got the thing, I've got the dock, I've got wherever I'm at. All right, what's next? I'm going to climb out. I'm going to shimmy along to where there's a ladder, to shallow water. I'm going to ask for somebody to help pull me up. Whatever it is, right? There's lots of options. But there are no options when you feel the shock and you say, it's over. It's done. Right? In our mini lookie, we talk about your story, how to break down your story to understand what is facts and what is your thoughts about them. It makes a huge impact. If you haven't gone into the mini lookie and done that exercise, do it now. It's really helpful because what we say really influences everything else downstream. Not to be punny there, but there's the whole chain of reaction. All right. So that's the big thing that I want you to know. Shock, normal, come in, feel it. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. It's okay. It's okay that it doesn't feel great. You can be okay anyways. You can be calm in the face of heightened emotion, right? We can come back in. Both can be there. It's a both and. I don't have to panic about the shock. Shock can be there, and I can come back down to calm and to bring that presence of mind to do whatever it is I need to do to take myself out of the water. You do have time in this space. Panicking takes away the time. All right? Jump over, look at the mini lookie, and really use this about a story. See how the story piece really works. If you want help with that, come over into the coaching side of things. If you're ready, I know we're getting at the end of the year, we're looking at the new year, you're ready to jump in. Come on over to the membership and let's get you started and let's get this journey going. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful cold season.